Shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel. May the blessing and blessing be upon your house wherever you are. Let us give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash, and double honor to the beloved elders and apostles of the great millstone, okay, for teaching us this truth, who rule well over all of Israel, whether you accept it or not. It's your fellow servant Shemaiah, and I got a clip I want to show. Fair use, fair use. It's a clip pretty much showing the connection between the 50 states of America and the state of that's overseas. You'll see it for yourself. But let's get it. Matter of fact, before I go there, we're gonna start here. I want to pull this out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go here. Because a lot of things is happening in the world. A lot of prophecies are coming true, and we want to speak on. I'm gonna speak on one. Those that have been thinking or saying that things are taking its time. Things is not happening as they that Yahweh Shai, who the world even called Jesus, he's not coming back, and all these things, But I'm gonna go here. Habakkuk 2:1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch, and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." And that's what's going on with this precept right here that I want to get. Let's say, Jeremiah 50. And when you read Jeremiah 50, this goes into the war between America and the other heathen nations, the UN, the rest of the beast system, right? Because right now what's happening is America is being separated from the connection that they once had with the EU. They're being separated from the ones that they were once in league with, right? Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 49 states, "Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he have taken against Babylon," and that's this Babylon talk about America, all right? It says, and his purposes, that he may purpose again the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Okay, so what the small hats are doing, right? The people that's in the other land over there, that they're what they're about to do, they're holding a I'm gonna let the people explain it to you a little bit better, but as far as like a foreshadowing or to my comprehension, they're getting two highly recommended representatives from each of the states over here in America, and they're being shipped over to the place where America, the president, like I always say in most of my lessons when I first started, I used to always say a lot how every so-called American president has to go over there to over there on that side of the world to be in cahoots, with, they have to back up the Israelis, right? I just say it like that. It is what it is. Verse 46, it states, "At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the city is heard among, and the cry is heard among the nations." All right, because what they're about to do, they're about to involve America, where we are at, into a they're about to lock down America. America is about to get locked down. All right, everybody's been teetering on the end and wondering where is this about to go, where is this about to head, with everything that's been happening in America from, the influx of immigrants to the deportation of immigrants to the system going down, the cry for jobs and opportunity, the homing, people not having homes, the homeless, the rates of homelessness going up more and more. All these things are signs of America being taken down. So what are these two highly representatives from every state? Why are they going over there to Israel, and what is behind it? What's the mystery of it? All right. Again, it says, "Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he have taken against America, and his purposes, that he have purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock, which is the so-called small hats, shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them." So what's about to happen is they're about to get America riled up to go against these other nations. The UN, Russia. You got the BRICS nations, with their currency. I mean, we'll see in the end, but I'll let you hear the video yourself. Y'all play too much. It's always that. Shalom, brothers. Yeah.
Hey, what's that smell? Oh, that? Yeah, that's a chicken. Your burger.
Can anybody?
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So representatives from 52 states of America, yes, every single one of them are making headlines right now, and everyone seems to be talking about it. So let's go ahead and talk about it as well. But before we dive into this, let me make this very clear for YouTube. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm only sharing this, simply sharing other people's opinions and discussions surrounding a recent conference that took place in Israel, or taking place. And none of that, what you're about to hear, should be taken as hard facts, okay? So here's what is sparkling TikTok. A total of 250 representatives with 5 representatives from each state gathered for this conference. And I've gathered clips for you, to share more details about this. And just watch them. Drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll come back at the end of this video to give my own 2 cents. It's more like a concerned video, like citizens, people, Americans are concerned about this. Like, what does this really mean for the U.S.? Take a look at this.
So let me get this right. No major news networks are reporting on it, but right now we have 250 state representatives, 5 representatives on the state level from every state in the United States of America on a trip to Israel. 250 members of our state legislations, and they're calling it 50 states, one Israel, and no one's reporting on it, like no major news network. Imagine if this were any other country. Imagine if we had this many state level members, not
right. Why is it not being televised, right, all across the world, or what's happening? 2 highly noted representatives, what they say, 52 states. I guess they're including Puerto Rico and Hawaii, right? I guess that's the outside. That's the other 50 states or whatever. Or is it Alaska? Not Alaska. Is it Alaska now? It's like, it's been a while. But why is it not being broadcast all over the world? What's going on, right? And because the small hats are the ones that run the narrative. They control what you see on TV. They control the news broadcast stations. They control all of these news outlet markets, for lack of better words, So that's why the people that's how you know who runs the world, who's in control of the world right now. As it's written before Yahushua come back, the so-called white man, whose name in the Bible is known as Esau, the wicked, he's going to be ruling the world. He's going to be able to control the narrative, control what goes in and what goes out, and it all goes back to prophecy. And the Lord had told you that this is what's that this man is going to have control of the world. With that, why is this not being broadcasted? Because evidently this is a big situation, but it's being put on a low. Matter of fact, let me get a preset for that. Bear with me, Salaki. All right, this is one of them. This is King David. He says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." All right, this is evidently what they're doing in secret. They're working iniquity. They're coming up with some plot, some plan to put America in more straits. Right? Again, it's a what's another precept? Psalm 64. Oh, that's where I was at. Okay, come. In verse 3 it says, "Who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?" Okay, they search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought and every one of them, and the heart is deep. Okay, so they're setting up a plot and a plan to, because when you look at America, even though America has its enemies, everyone is still dealing with the whore. Everyone is still trying to get that piece of change, that last piece of Trump change, out of the whore. Okay, so what the flock, the least flock among them all, is about to do is about to bring down a lot of calamity to where America is going to be in straits, and all the inhabitants from around the world that's dealing with America, they're going to go through it. Now, this is what's going to make a lot of people want to flee America, because they're going to start getting the word from the people in their original countries, right? They're going to start getting the word, the Chinese, the Japanese, the East Indians, all of them, Africans, any one of them that's over here in America getting paid off America, they're gonna start hearing of the rumors of war. They're hearing of it right now, but they're gonna really be convinced of the rumors of war, and they're gonna start fleeing. But let's get it. World War III is gonna be started by the small hats.
U.S. congressional members, state level representatives in another country. 50 states from the United States, 50 states, one Korea, one China. Imagine the outrage, especially from MAGA and the right. So why is this different? It's crazy.
Okay, what the hell is this 50 states, one Israel thing? Like, on paper, it looks like a political conference, but there's 5 legislators from each state, so 250 people going to Israel to attend this conference. And these aren't federal politicians, these are state legislators. These are people that literally decide your schools, healthcare, your housing,
Right.
all that. Why do they need to be in Israel?
Right. Right. So something's about to happen.
All at once. And here's the sketchy part. They don't pay for anything. Flights, hotels, VIP access, food, entertainment, all of it is paid by Israel. Sorry, lobby groups and donors. And if somebody's footing the bill, do you really think that they're just doing it out of kindness? Or do you think that they expect some type of loyalty in exchange? So while America is struggling with housing, debt, the economy, your state legislators are in Israel, quietly being influenced behind the scenes by a country that has free healthcare, free education. Let that sink in for a while.
So on September 14th, 250 American lawmakers flew to this particular country. I ain't gonna say the name because I ain't trying to get flagged. You know how they do. And what was the name of the trip called? 50 states, one country. Particular country. Now, I don't know about you, but 250 lawmakers don't represent no America. And neither does the government. The American people represent America. I'm gonna need the government to slow their roll. But I don't support that country. I support this one. And I don't support y'all neither. Now, I know that's a touchy topic for a lot of y'all, especially on the right, as I too sit on the right. But I don't buy into propaganda nor bullshit. You know, all my life I've never been the one hustler. I've always been the one hustler, so I see bullshit when I see bullshit. And that whole situation is bullshit. And I ain't the one to vote for slogans. And I know I'm old, but I can still see. And that red hat says make America great again. It says nothing about making that country great again.
For nearly 50 years, Harbor Freight has been a reliable
making that country great again. So I don't know about y'all, but I smell some bullshit.
I know I can't be the only one to find this to be very bizarre. Read what that says right there. And honestly, what does this mean right here? What exactly does this mean? Seriously, can anybody explain to me what this means? Because I think I have a pretty good idea what this means. And I know I'm not the only one that can see things for what they really are. Oh yeah, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. All I'm doing is asking a question, and all I'm doing is sharing photos. That's all that I am doing. Photos that you can find for yourself. Because again, can you all really tell me what this means? Because I think I know exactly what this means. I think I know exactly what this means.
Israel runs our government, and I would love for anyone to prove me wrong. I went down about a 10-day rabbit hole where I looked at everything that Zionist and that Israel has their hands in. And I'm going to tell you right now, from our CDC all the way to our Food and Drug Administration, to the pharmaceutical industries, to shipping and receiving, to BlackRock, they've got Israel, AIPAC, and the Zionist religion are running the show here. I would love for you to prove me wrong, but I'm going to tell you, a country of 10 million people gets $17 billion a year from us. That's every single one of their citizens can get $1 million from us every single year and still have enough money coming in for us to give them free health care and free college.
Right.
They all get pensions. They all can get a loan to buy a home, and it's our money. We can't do that. We can't afford to go buy groceries. But we can give them $17 billion. Prove to me that I'm wrong, that Israel isn't running our government.
What in the world is this? 50 states, one Israel. You got 3 red lines for the Abraham Accords: Judaism, Islam, Catholicism, the 3 largest religions of the world. Look, all I'm saying is that the world is a stage. The 1948 political state of Israel is not the same as ancient Hebrew Israelites. But this doesn't mean that God doesn't have a covenant with Israel that he's going to keep. We see this in Romans 11, a separate covenant from the bride of Christ. But what I am saying is we're being played. Follow Jesus only.
50 states, 1 Israel. I think it's like 250 of our government's representatives over there kissing the wall and shit. How about you guys just keep...
Now see, okay, I'm going to just cut it right there. Because a lot of people don't come up with their, perspectives, on what's happening or what's about to happen. But, we already know that these guys are very secretive. But I just wanted to make a video on that, because... it just dropped. She just dropped this, an hour ago. So, something fishy is happening. Just keep your eyes open as the watchman of Israel, and you get a chance to report on it. Something is going on. Yep, something is most definitely going on. And the thing is, the Lord is not going to, they're going to, let me see. Because it's in Obadiah. I know it's one in Obadiah. There's one in Habakkuk too. I'm already in Habakkuk. The small hats is cooking up something in America. Habakkuk 2. I'm going to jump down. And it says, I'm going to read 5. It says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he's a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Because, of course, America owing everybody and trying to send those tariffs out there, because of Trump. Now you got a lot of these countries drawing back and trying to find a better investment plans, a better, a more stable suitor, so that their countries can, just get back on a decent path. Because America ain't doing it for them anymore. They say, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. All right. So while they think they're doing things in secret, the rest of the other nations, they got something going on too. Everybody, it's America and Israel against the world. All right, against the world for the most part, or against their buddies, which in Obadiah is a prophecy about that as well. It says here in Obadiah. I'm going to start here at verse 2. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. All right. Talking about Esau, Edom, particularly America, but it's also going into that place over there, Israel. Because the people that's over there in our homeland right now, they're known as bastard dwelling in Ashdod. They're known as Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Just like these Americans, the ones that's running America, so-called white man. The ones that's running Russia, so-called white man. The one that's running the banking industry, right? All white man. The one that's running your school system, your religious sectors, is all the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Right? How is Esau, Edom known as the small among the heathen? Because their birth rate numbers has slowed down tremendously, right? Them pushing the notion, or them pushing the notion that the women shouldn't, they should go get education, they shouldn't worry about getting pregnant. I mean, having bearing children until they're in their 30s. Which a lot of their women, they started, wanting to become educated and, not, getting all these degrees and everything, and now at the age of 30, you'll be lucky to find a suitor, let alone a man that want to impregnate you, let alone a man that want to impregnate you. And on top of that, even if if you're able to have a baby, in that age, because at that age it's a lot of risk factors. It's going to take a lot. It's going to drain a lot from your body. All right. So that's why the so-called white man, their numbers are small amongst all the heathen nations. All the other heathen nations, they've been popping out, except for China. I mean, is it China or Japan? I think it's China. I think it's China or Japan, maybe both of them. Where they cut. You got to have a certain number of children. You can't just go willy-nilly and have a bunch of children in your house. I think it's China. But anyway, it says, "Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Though thou dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord." All right. And I want to jump down to verse 6. It says, How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All right. Let's go to them, being the congregation or the secret council. All these things that they're trying to do on the low, it's already been revealed by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And the prophets are going out there and letting y'all know from history, from present day time, and in the future. What the Lord has said, what the Lord has already seen, and told his prophets to write in the book. Everything that's happening. They say, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. All right. So that's all I want to get, pretty much. I gotta get ready to get out of here. Go to camp. It's already 6 o'clock, so you can check it out for yourself. You can see the rest of it for yourself. But who's in control of the U.S.? That's a good question. Matter of fact, that's probably what I'm going to name this. With that, I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. To the hopeful elect Israel, Shalom. Oh yeah, Shabbat Shalom as well. Yeah, the Shabbat Shalom. The Sabbath going to be at the end when the sun go down today, and then I believe next week is when the new moon come in, and I believe we have what's that? The feast of it just hit my phone. We're going into tonight, right? It's the 1 minute, so I can 1 minute. 1 minute. The blowing of the trumpets is tomorrow, I believe. It's tomorrow night. Let me see. It's just giving me a heads up. So tomorrow night is the blowing of the trumpets. Let me double check and get back to y'all on that. But hopefully this lesson is edifying to the elect. Watchmen, keep watching, keep your eyes open. You see what's going on, to the hopeful elect. Just endure, y'all. While y'all Shabbat Tazar, endure. Again, all praise, glory, and honor be to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Shabbat, Hashem, Ruach HaKadosh, and double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Shalom.